Two of the most special people in my life are my mother and my sister. My sister is here. I love her so much. We talk together all the time. But I want to tell you a little bit about her. With her permission, I can tell you. My sister lived an alternative lifestyle for 33 years. And that lifestyle brought hurt, embarrassment, a lot of things to our family that we never expected. You see, she had a baby when she was a very young girl, and I guess decided then that she would never have another one. So she decided about her lifestyle. But I was writing a book not too long ago, and I needed a chapter in my book, and I was praying, and I said, Lord, what shall I write in this book for this last chapter? And by that time, the phone rang, and it was my sister. And I said, girl, I'm trying to figure out what I can write for this last chapter of my book. And she said, why don't you write about me? So briefly, let me tell you about her. In her lifestyle, which was a homosexual lifestyle, she did a lot of things that she was not proud of, acted a lot of ways that she was not proud of. But God has his way of showing us the right way. Guess what? Our mother got sick. My sister quit her job as a taxi cab driver to take care of our mother. And our mother would say to her, Sarah, take me down to church. And she called me one day and said, Mama wants to go downstairs to church because our mother was living in an assisted living house. And I said to my sister, take her down. What are you calling me for? Take her down to church. And she said, I don't want to go down there. But anyway, she did. This is a picture of my mother going to church. My mother was so shrewd and so smart until she would say to my sister, Sarah, go get that Bible, girl, and turn to such and such a chapter and read that for me. Well, reluctantly, my sister did, okay? My sister used to sing in clubs. Has a beautiful voice. And my mother would say, Sarah, sing What a Friend We Have in Jesus, or some of those old gospel songs that you know. And reluctantly, my sister did. And she would always do things that were inspiring for my mother when she would ask her. But the day before our mother was buried, my sister asked me to come and take her to a store so she could buy some clothes to wear for the funeral. I took her, and I was scared to take her, to tell you the truth. I didn't know what she was going to look like when she would come out. But she said to me, take me to Lerner's. Now, Lerner's is a girls' department store, a ladies' department store in Dallas and maybe in some other cities. And I took her, and my sister bought a white ladies' suit, a white hat, and other white accessories, just like a lady. I had not seen her in ladies' clothes since she was about 12 years old. And then she said, take me to Baker's Shoes. And in Baker's Shoes, she bought pumps like a lady would wear. And on the morning of our mother's funeral, we picked her up in the car, and my sister walked out in all of her female attire, looking gorgeous and beautiful and radiant. And that day, she renounced her former lifestyle and went back to the love of God. She had accepted Jesus years and years before, but she was not living for him. But that day, in 1991, my sister walked out as the woman of God that she is, and she has never turned back. I asked her, why did you change? And she said, love. What do you mean, love? She said, my family loved me back to Jesus. And she has never turned back. In fact, she has become, in one congregation I know, the mother of her church. She calls me, she inspires me, she encourages me, she lifts me up, she writes me sweet notes, and she tells me all the time, I'm praying for you. You go and spread the word. I'm going to spread it on my job, but your job is to go to the nations and spread the word because Jesus loves you. Jesus loved me, and my family loved me back to who I'm supposed to be. So people, that's really what Generation Love is all about. It's not about putting people down or scorning them. It's about loving them in whatever condition they are, because love conquers all. It's a divine explosion of wondrous love.